Welcome to a Command and Conquer cast between Bigmammoth2 versus Wxc, both of which are driving around with the MCV, but Bigmammoth was ever so slightly quicker with deploying, even though I don't really understand why you would deploy here. It's, I think, nod versus nod, so we'll see what happens. I mean, the starting position of Wxc isn't even bad, right? Right here. Because then you're close to this field, this one. Come on, no. And you're actually quite close to this one as well. So, not sure why you wanted to drive around that little bit. I mean, it loses you a little bit of time, so I don't know. Anyways, we've got one hand of nod and a refinery here, and we've got one hand of nod and one refinery here. And neither player is really moving out with their minigunners and stuff like that. We've got a second refinery out for Wxc, which I don't really understand exactly. Well, I do understand getting up a second refinery, of course, but I mean, why here? Wouldn't it have been worth it to just like use one silo and then place it? Because then it would have been like pretty much next to the Tiberium field. So now you already have to drive like a couple of places. Not sure. And now Bigmammoth will kill the engine. Why did I say engineer? It's a minigunner. Anyways, we've got 1, 2, 3 refineries here as well. No airfields, no airstrips, nothing, no second hand of nod. It's actually kind of quiet. Also, I would like to see just a refinery here from Wxc, because that's very close to this Tiberium field. So spidering on over to somewhere else would not really make much sense to me. And airstrip is now out. And that with the same amount of economy, and there is the airstrip for Bigmammoth. So we've got buggies coming out there, and we've got buggies coming out here. They know about the airstrip from their enemy, and so does Wxc. And even if they didn't, then of course planes. So another refinery is out for Bigmammoth, and Wxc has already got his fourth one out here. So, anyone going to switch into like bikes maybe? No, not yet. And hand of nod with a turret. Turret, of course, good against buggies and bikes, although worse against bikes than buggies. Oh well. And still more buggies coming out there. Buggies here for defense. And a power plant ready to be shot. Not sure why. And same thing over here actually. Why? Okay, this is an understandable one because it's spidering on over to the Tiberium field, which Wxc isn't doing over here. Question is though, are you able to use that spidering, because well, there are far more units for Wxc over here. Units are not engaging though, so that's not great. Why don't you shoot the silo? And there goes something, not exactly sure what went down. And here, does the refinery go down? Realistically it shouldn't. I mean, it's 5 buggies versus 4, but these 4 aren't engaging. Other side, well, buggies just having a stair contest. And now buggies going back for Wxc, and Bigmammoth is able to place their refinery. So here, this refinery has gone down more than it realistically should have. Oh well. And here more buggies just sitting around. And also like one buggy is trying to be sneaky, maybe, up here. And is something that Wxc is not going to deal with yet. So, even more buggies coming out, no bikes or any other switch from their enemy. So in this case I would have to give the advantage to like Wxc just because of how many buggies they have on the field. I mean, far bigger army than their enemies. And here, buggies for Bigmammoth weren't engaging, I don't think so. And actually got a communication center out. Is that going to be for a tech switch into like flame tanks or stealth tanks or whatever? Not sure. Or if it's just for radar, which is also very possible. Here, one sneaky buggy down south. Oh well, don't think that's going to matter much. Take your buggies and drive them in there. Kill them. Oh, it's going to matter. That's annoying. Anyways, Wxc does have radar, so they should easily find it. Which is something that enemy would not be able to do. No. And they're going minigunners against buggies. They are also going bikes, which is a lot better. And right here, all focusing on something, not sure what exactly, because it doesn't seem like everything is focusing on one thing. And now, bike goes down. Now these minigunners are easy kills. And this turret, yeah, that should go down easily to all of these minigunners. They might not be good against buildings, but they are decent enough against turrets. Here, again, refinery being targeted, and you've got more than enough bikes to kill these two units. Do it! Although I understand that you're focused over here. And flamethrower is going to do a good job. Just like the turret. And sell off. If you have enough attention on it to sell off, how did you not have the attention to just drive your units over there? I don't know. And also this refinery harvester will have a hard time. Probably. Same thing over here actually. Oh, and we've got engineers going to be capturing a lot. And hand of Nod, well, that's very close to this refinery. So then, it is being targeted, so that's good. However, this hand of Nod, of course, could create another one. Maybe misclick, or no. No, doesn't look like it. And, well, Wxc still seems to have the better army down south. And also at the airstrip. But that's not here. And here, your harvester goes down. This refinery will be captured. And now, finally, you're driving all of your things over here. There was something sold off, I'm not exactly sure what. Both still seem to have their construction yard, so I don't know what was sold off. I missed it. Anyways, refinery is sold off. Okay. And I don't understand. I mean, here, nice, your harvester is stuck. These buggies and bikes are all going down for Bigmammoth. And over here, well, there are still bikes and buggies for Wxc, but oh, that's annoying. That one is going down. It doesn't take much if you have bikes, and it's dead. Well, second one could go down as well. Doesn't look like it yet, but maybe, why? Maybe next time it will. And here though, turret is in front, which is great. And yeah, bikes, well no, buggies. Buggies are out for Wxc, and they are doing a decent job. However, yeah, you don't have enough forces here. Even though you know about all of your enemy's forces. So, yeah, okay. Also, like, why don't you have this one as, like, the, whatchamacallit, primary building? I mean, they're still going to your other airstrip. Even though this would have been, like, far quicker reinforcement. I don't know. However, it is annoying if you're Wxc that they don't spawn here. And now silos being sold off. I don't know why exactly. I guess just because of the sell-off value. So you do now have like 500 in the bank again. Which seems a bit much if you just sell off like 3 silos. Anyways, here, minigunners, they might be countered by buggies, but yeah, if you have enough of them, they can do a decent job. Here, middle, and we've got light tanks actually coming out for Bigmammoth. Apparently I missed it, but I mean there is also just one, so understandably I missed it. And now a whole bunch of forces here, and this is a dead harvester, if it's focused in any way. So we're actually starting to run out of Tiberium, meaning that this top side here, which is under control by Bigmammoth, could be important. Just because, yes, there is still some Tiberium down, well, in the east for Wxc, and there is still some in the northeast for them, but the southwest and top north, like middle north, are both under control by his enemy. So that should give the edge to Bigmammoth, correct? Also, why are you targeting the ground? Not sure. I would say target the harvester or the enemy buggies. And yeah, even though, oh wow, that's a very greedy harvester. Anyways, even though like Wxc may not have like the Tiberium fields, they do still have more units, and well, this one has just been freed up. These are just harvesters, middle, 2 buggies. They can be taken down if Wxc wants to. Neither player, well no, actually Wxc has sold his construction yard off. I guess I missed it, but I will. So over here, not yet sold off this construction yard by Bigmammoth, but that could give them the edge they need, just because there's not a lot of Tiberium left, and their harvesters don't seem to want to go southwest, right? So I don't know why they don't want to go there. Probably just because they think it's further away. But that means that they soon won't have a lot of economy left. What was sold off? I don't see it. Oh, I'm stupid and I'm blind because it was right here. I don't understand why they're not selling off the construction yard. Maybe they think it's important enough that to get out turrets. I guess that could be the reason. But this is another dead harvester, which means that they only have like 1 harvester left. Unless there is one in... yeah, 2 left, I guess. But that's it. Versus their enemies 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Unless that was the same one as right here. I don't think so. Well, that means that even though they don't have a lot of Tiberium left, they will have the better economy. And these minigunners and civilians will not be able to take down this harvester. Especially not because, well, why are you glitched? Are you zombies? Are you dead? I guess you were. Anyways, construction yard still not sold off. Why not? I mean, you don't have anything, and you're not selling it off. That seems weird. I think you're like top 20, which should still indicate some level of skill. I mean, this is still very early on in the season, so it's not as a refined top 20, for instance, than we normally have. But still, you're losing quite badly, just because you don't have a lot left. And there is the airstrip. Will you now sell off your construction yard, because otherwise it will just be destroyed. Your enemy knows about it. They actually lost their communication center, so they don't have radar, but they do have units, and that's enough to take down everything you have over here. Power plant sold off, okay, but what you gonna do when Wxc comes for you? Doesn't look like you're going to do anything. Right here, very annoying bike. But I don't think that's going to matter. Even if Wxc loses everything except the power plant, they still have enough to just take down Bigmammoth. And airstrip will go down, sold off even. And yeah, they've got 2 turrets left, Bigmammoth, nothing else. Okay, a hand of not, maybe even 2. Answer is 2. But what you gonna do? Nothing. So, well, I'm much made it this far into the video. Consider watching the video in your lower left. But that's all I'm going to have for you today, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.